Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. The video you're about to watch is, a tough one coming from a Kano-based politician who had been very hot, before the emergence of Bola Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. Now, the focus of this video is actually what she said some time ago, which for me right now is making Aso Rock too hot for the National Security Advisor, talking about Ribadu. Don't forget that before now, Ribadu had been the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC. And some time ago, he made a statement which didn't go down well. And that statement he actually made was against Bola Tinubu and Ojuzo Kalu. And that statement brought back to life by this same woman, talking about Najat. She alleged that Ribadu, during his tenure as a chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, had accused Tinubu, George Akome, and Ojuzo Kalu of corruption. Now, Ribadu, being that he's currently the National Security Advisor to the President, is not finding it funny. And he had, through his lawyer, Ahmed Raji, denied making such statement and demanded a retraction within 7 days, threatening legal action if she fails to comply. But shockingly, the woman had seen, a far more tougher statement across to Ribadu. Let me allow you to watch the video. We'll be back to talk more on this.
I am Najat Muhammad, the founder and chairperson board of trustees for the Northern Star Youth Initiative. There is no retreat, no surrender, no apologies to Ribadu. I'm speaking in response to the recent threats and intimidation by Ribadu using his attack dogs and his lawyer Ahmed Raji and co. Regarding my statement that the then chairman of the EFCC had publicly accused the then governor of Lagos State, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, of being, and I quote, a corrupt government official who will not escape justice. While I acknowledge that Ribadu might have forgotten or chosen to retract his comments from the past, I stand by my statement and do not believe an apology is warranted. Apology to whom exactly? To President Tinubu for the earlier comments made by his now National Security Advisor? Or apology to Ribadu for his forgetfulness and master-serving mindset? I stand by my original statement and will not be retracting it. My words accurately reflect my views on the matter based on what is already in public domain. And I do not believe an apology or retraction is necessary. I will not compromise my position to appease Ribadu and his attack dogs. I will not retract my statement, nor will I apologize for speaking the truth as I see it. Ribadu, you have issues. As you have threatened, please go straight to court, but nothing will silence me. You must understand that you cannot intimidate me. No one can intimidate me. I live for posterity, not for people like you. I have, over the past 48 hours, received multiple threats, calls informing me that you seek to send your attack dogs on me. It is so unfortunate that your attack dogs need to notify me before arresting me. If this is the new standard of operations of your attack dogs, Nigerians must stop wondering why known terrorists and bandits continue to evade arrest while truth sayers and patriots are being oppressed, detained, and threatened. Finally, I have just received reliable information that there is an existing attempt to subvert the judiciary for further intimidation, to force me into retracting my statement. Ribadu, you have failed. You have failed the nation. You have failed your boss. You have failed yourself. I refuse to be intimidated. I will continue to tell the truth as I understand it. And let me tell you that no amount of intimidation, no prison on earth is Najat afraid of. The only prison that I have fear of is the prison that we will all go into. That is our graves. But even that, I have no fear because I live in harmony with my Creator. So, Ribadu, do your worst. The worst is best for me. I stand by what I say. I'll continue to say it. I don't care what you think or what you do. I stand by what I say. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Wow, for me that's a very tough reply coming from Najat to Nugu Ribadu. In other words, he's telling him, do your worst. I am ready for you. She says she's not even scared, even if you want to take her to any prison. But however, interestingly, when the woman made that statement some days ago, the former Kaduna State Governor, Nasser El-Rufai, backed her up, backed her claim that Ribadu previously accused President Bola Tinubu of being the most corrupt politician. And while supporting her stand, El-Rufai stated that Ribadu must have serious amnesia for denying the statement. And he went further to say that the records of proceeding in the Senate will confirm that Nugu Ribadu made those statements sometime in 2006. He said that the conclusion of the Federal Executive Council in 2006, which can be subpoenaed from the Cabinet Secretariat of the SGF office, contained the allegation. He further revealed that during a special Federal Executive Council meeting in 2006, Ribadu EFCC had presented similar accusation against multiple government officials, including Bola Tinubu. In his word, this was what the El-Rufai further wrote. He said, in that special FEC meeting in which I was a member, Nugu's EFCC made similar presentation accusing many sitting officials, sometimes in 2006. With that clarification, I don't know, because unfortunately, internet does not forget. A lot of people have been able to capture some documents, bringing it forth. And my colleague is in the house. We just want to talk about this. Do you think that Nugu Ribadu may go forward with his legal action against Najat Mohammed? And do you think that it will change anything?
Most definitely, he will probably want to do that, because the truth be told, it's just a case of some actions or things done in the past coming to haunt you in the future, unquote, hunt. But the fact that he said it, or he's saying he didn't say it, then the likes of Nisa El-Rufai, former Kaduna State Governor, and Najat opening up and say, look, you said it, it's all over the internet. And to the point that, the likes of Sowore at some point were even saying that there's some documents in EFCC, but why should EFCC be looking for somebody to still bring it up?
Oh, okay.
There was a time where it did mention some of those stuff.
Exactly.
Now, but the fear now is not the fact that Nugu Ribadu cannot, in all honesty, go ahead with his litigations. It's the fact that it's clear your actions are haunting you. Is the fact that the president may likely want to sideline him.
But now, I'm just wondering, because we have to make a lot of things clear here. Is it a case of action haunting him? Because I think he was just doing his job at that time.
You're doing your job at that time. Now the person you've called names is the one governing the affairs of the country. And the things you have indicting against him is still probably still
unresolved.
Unresolved. And even if he's no longer there, it's all over the internet. How are you going to change the narrative? Okay, now that probably that's probably one of the reasons why they brought him in. Now that you've been brought in, you said this, go back again and change it. You are the best person to change that narrative. You should go back and say it's the best man in the world. You should go back and say that no such thing happened, that I had amnesia, or based on my findings I discovered it is wrong. Go back and
undo it.
Undo whatever it is you've done and see how you will look afterwards. How can you say this is blue and later come and say, actually, sorry, what I meant was that it's green. I had eye problem and all that. And they begin to look at you. Are you sure you're serious? Either that, Either he will go back and undo what he has done, or he would lose his job. Because at some point, let's get real, if I was to be in the place of a sitting president and such allegations and is flying around me, and I have someone who I brought you in and you did you did me dirty, quote unquote, in my past. It's either you do it well. If you can't do it well, I will even have to tell you, I really like you. Honestly, I like the fact that you are out, you're good on your job. But as you can see, my hands are tied. I can't keep you when all of these things are flying about you. Mm-hmm. Go sort yourself. Maybe when you finish sorting yourself out, you come back.
Well, now, do you think that it will be wise for him to go ahead with the legal action he had promised Najat to, or you should call it off? Because why I'm asking this question is because if you go ahead with it, a lot of documents are going to pop up. Nigerians, don't forget, the likes of the Sowore, they have those documents piled up somewhere. So it's a matter of calling it. Some people will go as far as going to, some major media channels, to call it up, and you will see yourself standing before everybody saying this. So why not, calm the nerves and forget about it?
Let me borrow the words of Kenneth Okonkwo. He said, if it were in Senate claims, I would say, when heading to court, we are sure of a lot of things. But in Nigeria, everything and anything is possible. Is it not still the same Nigeria that we are seeing the likes of Martin Amohele, who openly declared and decamped? They went back and said, no, they did not decamp. They never decamped.
And the court is seeing it from their perspective.
And they are saying that they never decamped. And they are even going about saying that the only way you can call a decampee is only when his name is in the shadow and is in the register of APC. Some technicalities. So yes, it's possible that Ribadu can go ahead with the litigation and come on the grounds of technicality. Technicality because, one, he is with the ruling party. So they could do it in such a way that eventually Najat will have a situation in his hands.
All right, that's what we'd like to leave it. Let's meet in our comment section and talk more.